used a little more cowbell.
What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and in the last 06 Mississippi State Dynasty video, we had our bowl game against Pittsburgh. We had no issues there whatsoever. They were 7-4 coming into that, and I figured we would be able to take care of business, and we did. We finished the season strong. SEC champs first year, 12-1. Now we are going to do our off-season stuff. I didn't want to go into the 07 Dynasty without finishing at least this season. And whenever you get close to off season, you got to do recruiting. That's always the fun part. I mean, every bit of it's fun, but I always have a little bit more fun when I get to recruiting. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, we can quickly look at our roster real quick before we get into the off-season stuff. As you can see here, we got 70 total players, 15 seniors. So we're going to have 55 players coming back, okay? Which means we got 15 slots left. Now, I don't like to over-recruit the total of... I don't like to go over 70. So I got 15 spots left, but I also got 6 commitments in regular season recruiting. So that means we are down to 9 spots, technically. We may have some juniors that may want to leave early, and if that happens, I may just let them do it. We'll see. So, since I only have 9 spots, I would prefer to get exactly 9 or close to that and get the best 9 that I can find that fits who we are. I'm not going to get a 5-star kid from New Jersey. Now, if there's a 4 or 5-star kid from Mississippi or Louisiana or Alabama that's interested, I'll probably go after him. You got to think, even though we're probably going to only go up to a 3-star program, we just went 12-1 and went to a big-time bowl. So we're now officially relevant. So it just makes sense for big-time talent to may be interested in us. So we'll see how all that plays out. But again, we're down to around 10 spots left that we want to fill in the offseason, so let's get right to it. Now, I've already made some notes, and we can quickly look at the roster just again. I got plenty of bodies at quarterback. If I come across a quarterback that really fits what we are doing, then I may do that. But I doubt that I will, because Eric Bradley, he's just a true sophomore. We got McCoy behind him. He's got some speed as well. So I'm not too worried about the quarterback position. We're loaded there. With bodies, at least. You like to have better bodies, but still. Halfback, we picked one up in the regular season. I put down, I may want one more just because we do a lot of 2 halfback stuff. And halfback is one of our most important positions. So you can never have too many. Plus, our top 3 guys are all seniors. And behind them is a 72 overall, a 70, and a 56. So we really need some help there. Like I said, we got one guy coming in, but I'd like to get one, maybe 2 more. We'll do a 1 or a 2. We'll just see what the talent looks like after that. Fullback, I put down 1, but I'm not too worried about that because we never use a fullback. I may just cut that out altogether, and I'll just have that maybe force a walk-on. I better not do that. I can't cut him if that happens. Let's just put a 1 again. We'll get to just a local kid, 1 or 2 star, and be done with it there. Wide receiver, we need a little bit of help here. We got 4 guys coming back, but we run a spread type offense. We go 3 to 5 wide majority of the time. So I'd like to have 7 on the roster. So I'd like to get 3 more. Now, I picked up 1 in the regular season. So in my notes, I got a 2+. So I'd love to have 2 to 3. That would be nice. Let's see. We're good at tight end because all these guys are young, freshmen and sophomore. We've got a lot of bodies at tackle, so I'm not too worried about it. Guard, we got 1 in the regular season committed. I'd like to maybe get 1 more, but it's not crucial. Center, this guy will probably start, Robinson. Herrera's going to be your senior. He's gone. He started for us all season. And Coleman behind him. I'm okay with what we have here, unless a big 5-star center is just begging to come or something. Other than that, I'm not too worried about that, but I did put a 1 beside it. Go to defensive end. I'm not worried about this. We got everybody technically coming back. Plus, I like to move linebackers down the defensive end. Defensive tackle, we got 1 committed. So we're going to have 4 come back. So I like where we're at here for the most part. I wouldn't mind maybe getting another one, but it's not that big of a deal if I don't. Outside linebacker, I have listed here, I'd like to get 2 of them. We got 2 leaving. Anthony Littlejohn's a senior. He's gone. And Fred Akins is gone. Their backups are probably going to start next season. Silva and Moore, those look 2 Pretty good guys right there. I love their speed. But we need some more bodies there. So we definitely need 2 for outside linebacker. I'm going to put a star there because we definitely need the bodies. I think you got to have a minimum of 3. I'd prefer 4. Middle linebacker, all 3 are coming back. I put 1 or 2 just because middle linebackers tend to translate to defensive end very well. I may end up moving one of these guys down to defensive end maybe next season, maybe not this year, because, again, we got a lot of bodies here that are all coming back, hopefully. Corner, we have a lot of upperclassmen. Only one of them's leaving, though, and that's our best guy. So behind him, it's a big drop-off. So a corner, I'd like to get 1 or 2 really good ones. I'm like talking starters day 1, if we can. So that's kind of our priority. Because behind them, there's not a whole lot there. I like Jason King. I think he was the one that we picked up in the offseason, if I'm not mistaken. No, he was the one that we moved down. That's right. He was a free safety. Either way, I like his height. I just don't like his speed. But we need some help here in the worst way. Free safety, our starter is gone. His backup isn't anything special, and the third stringer isn't either. So I put a 1 beside free safety. We did pick up a strong safety. I better not quote myself. Let me go back here. We can check. We did pick up a free safety, so we're good there. So I want to take that off. I'm going to mark that out. And yes, it's strong safety I would like to get. We'll go back. If you see here, we don't have much talent. Now, Sam Ewing, I thought, done an amazing job for the amount of talent that he has. He's kind of limited in his skills, but I thought he played pretty well. 25 tackles, even got a couple of picks, deflected a few passes, fumble recovery. Not bad for as bad as he, or average as he is. But I did put a 1 there. I'd love to get a cerebral stud to start there next year. That'd be cool. Kicker, we got a true freshman, Alan Thomas. If I have the extra scholarship and there's just a big 5-star kicker that wants to come, I may go after him. Otherwise, we done just fine with him there. He doesn't have the strongest leg, but I'm okay with it. Plus, we got a backup. We'll just see about that. Now, punter, we got a junior. What I may do, he will be a senior. I may just wait till next year, unless a punter wants to come. We'll just see how that goes. So, again, I have all my notes written down here, so I think we're good to go. So, let's go right into off-season. We're going to simulate the rest of the bowls. Now, you got to remember, after this video, I'll probably be doing 07 going forward. This dynasty is not going to go away. I'm not going to delete the file by any means, because eventually, for whatever reason, I may not like 07 and I want to get back to 06, and this dynasty will be sitting here waiting on us. Okay, the following schools have made offers for your services as a coach. Select the school to view their offer. LSU, Nebraska, we are staying with Mississippi State. We'll just extend that. That's fine. And let's advance to the offseason. But again, after this video, I'm going to start my new dynasty in 07, and I don't want 2 dynasties going on at the same time. I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to do that. So, we're here. Let's go to off-season schedule. Let's check something real quick. Let's go to our discipline bar. We can't do that from here, can we? Is it going to do it from here? Yeah, we can. Ooh, we can't do it from here. Let's go back. We can't look. Our discipline bar, I think, it's coach options, I think. No, it's not. Okay, I think our discipline bar was like just under a half. Right at 50%, maybe like in the 40s. Because of that, we're going to back this down. We don't need a whole lot of points for recruiting. Since we're only getting 10 more guys to come in, I may go 35. We're going to have a lot of points to spend. You got to remember that since we got 12 wins. I want to go 30. We're going to go 35 and 35. Let's go back. I would prefer. I'm okay with that, to be honest, because our discipline, I got to get that all the way down. I want to over-discipline if possible. So I'm actually okay with that. And also, if we go back, can we go back to our roster and our depth chart? You go quickly to our depth chart, and you can see how many starters we're losing. Let's see. 1. We'll treat 11 personnel as our starting lineup. 2. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're losing 6 on offense. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. And, yeah, so we're losing about half our starters. According to Evil Dave's strategy, and it makes pretty good sense, if you're losing about half your starters, you can split recruiting and training up as such. So I just may leave it at that, and I'm okay with discipline of 30 because, again, I want to get that bar down. So let's just do that. Okay, we've got that done. Now what is next is players leaving. Hopefully we'll have a few guys that may want to leave. If that's the case, I can just let them go. That frees up a couple of scholarships for some freshmen. I'm trying to think of how many juniors really dominated, really done their thing this season. We had one guy, defensive end. Okay. I pop up 82. Let's just see what he... I'm going to do the bare minimum and just see what happens. It looks like he's leaning towards leaving. I haven't made up my mind yet. I need to evaluate the pros and cons. Let's do it one more time. I've got to sit down with my parents. We'll do it one more time, but we'll do the bare minimum. The team is my family coach. I'm not ready to leave just yet. So he's coming back. That's fine. Defensive ends, that's the only reason I kind of wanted to do that is because I don't have enough linebackers just to move down the defensive end if needed. So I wanted him to come back. That's fine. Okay, so like I said, we got about 9 spots left. 9 or 10-ish. I got a couple players in the 50s and 60s on the roster I may have to cut if needed. Because, I mean, if you come across, if you end up with 71 or 72 kids, I mean, it is what it is. You're not trying to do that on purpose. I'm not, at least. But I don't want to try to get 25 players and try to have to cut 10 guys on the back end. I just don't want to do that. I was able to make good use of Dio Herrera. He started for me all season as center, done a really good job there. Let me get my notes right here. Sit that right there. And we're going to recruit locally for the most part. I want to get about everybody I can in the South and, of course, from our own state. We've done a really good job of that in the regular season. So I like where we're at recruiting-wise. It's good when you don't have to get a bunch of players, even though we're going to have a lot of starters next year. It's going to be a little bit different next year because we're losing half of our starters. Let me see. I'm just looking at my notes. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. My total count here is like about a dozen, so if I can get one of each of those, that'd be nice. A halfback, a wide receiver, guard, center, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, a corner, a strong safety, and a punter, maybe. Just maybe. We'll see how that goes. Okay. As you see here, we have Louisiana as a pipeline. We got 4 players from Louisiana. That's going to go up over time. We got, almost half of our roster is from Mississippi. We got 15 from Alabama, and Georgia is a pipeline. I'd love to keep that as a pipeline if possible. The only one I'd love to get Tennessee as a pipeline. They have a lot of talent there compared to like Arkansas. But that'll be the extent of it. So let's try to get all of our players from right here. So let's go to team overview. Let's just look here. It says we definitely need receiver, at least one, and at least one outside linebacker. Okay, let's go to Mississippi. Let's go to interested prospects. Wow, look at all these halfbacks that are interested. Of course they are, because we run the ball a ton. That happens. So we can be very picky about the halfbacks we want. Like this kid from Florida, I doubt I'll go after. Kid from Montana, probably not. Texas, Pennsylvania. We'll be very selective. I may actually go after the Florida kid, but that'd be it. Athletes. Let's look at how many points we have to deal with. We got 228 points to play with. That's nice. So let's go ahead and start scouting some. Here's Colorado, Illinois, Texas, Louisiana. And since we only got about 10 spots, we need to be picky. I probably won't go after any of these. They're just too far off. So I'm okay. I love to go after an athlete, but if one of these was from Alabama, Louisiana, or Mississippi, I would definitely do it. Here's a kid from Texas that's kind of close, but no quarterbacks interested. That's expected. The only reason I may go after one of these if one of them is definitely a quarterback, and you don't really know for sure if any of these are. This guy definitely isn't. I wish he was. Can you imagine? 6'9", 280-pound quarterback. 6'7", 266. These guys look like linemen to me. This guy could be a quarterback, but he's got a hands of A. That tells me he's a receiver, halfback, maybe. Who knows? So I'm not too worried about the athletes yet. Quarterback, nobody's interested. That's expected because we got like 7 guys in the quarterback room. Halfback, everybody and their brother's interested. So let's go down through here and find some local guys. Ohio, New Jersey. Here's Louisiana, Mississippi. A 3-star. We need some speed here, and this guy is nowhere near it. His speed went down a whole lot. Everything went down for him. His hands went up quite a bit. I've already down to the 3 stars. Here's a 4. Ohio, Michigan, Washington, Pennsylvania, Texas. I may try the Texas kid. That's pretty close. He's a 4-star. 4.22. Dang, man. We'll scout him for now. And I want to scout the Florida kid. 4.33, pretty good hands. 3.70, 6.55. Yeah, he's much stronger than the other guy. Wesley Brown. Really likes Maryland for whatever reason. So we'll just scout those 2 for now. I'm sure there are other big-time halfbacks that may get upset if I don't recruit them. I don't have them. I'm not in their top 5, if you know what I'm talking about. That's the whole week 2 ordeal. Here are a couple fullbacks that are interested, but I really don't want to waste many points on a fullback since we don't use them. I'd like to have like a 1-star or something. We'll check that later in the second week. Wide receiver, this is super important for us. We need, here's a kid, JUCO. Some Alabama, okay. Let's scout this JUCO. I don't mind going after JUCO. We need the bodies, but he's not very big and he's not very strong. Let's keep going. Oklahoma's kind of close. Alabama, 284.15. Alabama, 244.15. This guy's really tall. This guy's got great hands. Joel Duff, 4.29. He may be an ideal slot receiver for us. We'll definitely go ahead and probably put a scholarship on him. If I had to guess. Let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to do the bare minimum, though. We'll do it program prestige. He's ideal fit for us. I like his weight. The rest of these guys, I'm just going to wait on. I'm just not too excited about any of them yet. Louisiana kid, 6'1", 188, 265, 350. That's just not strong enough for my liking. 240, 415, 448. We could go after him. He'd be a good outside linebacker. I'm an idiot. He's an outside receiver just because of his height. His vertical jump is a 41. That's probably pretty good. So he's a good jump ball guy. Let's go ahead and put a scholarship on him. Let's just do the bare minimum. Okay, let's keep going. Tackle, we really don't need, so I'm not worried about that yet. And that kid's from Illinois, so I don't care. Missouri, Arkansas, I'm not going to bother. Centers, here's a kid out of Louisiana. Is he smart? He is smart. I may want to put some points on this guy. Let's go ahead and put a scholarship on him. We'll do the bare minimum. Defensive end, I normally don't like to go after any of these. They're not my type. And they're all non-local. A lot of defensive tackles are interested. That's interesting. Of course, we already got one committed. Let's find one that really fits our program. Here's a kid out of Louisiana, almost 300 pounds. Not very strong. I may leave that as is. Now we're getting to the 3 stars. Kid out of Mississippi. He's very small. I'm not going to bother. I need some weight. Big time. All right, let's keep going. Thankfully, defensive tackle is not a super need for us. Outside linebacker, we needed... I need 2 of these guys. Georgia, JUCO, 6'7", 241. My goodness. We'll only have him for 2 years, but he's a freak athlete. 448, I'm okay with that. 380, 585. I would love to have this kid. Can you imagine him on a defensive end? Let's go ahead and just put a scholarship on him. I really don't want to recruit Texas. I just really don't care. We're now down to the 3 stars. Let's look here. 448. I'm okay with that. And we are on the top of his list. Let's just go put the minimum for now. Ohio, Idaho, Virginia, or Vermont, Ohio, Alabama. Let's scout a couple of these. 456, that's too slow. 452, I can get away with it. But I'm not ready to put a scholarship on that kid yet. 3-star kid out of Cookeville. Tennessee, I'd love to have 4.6. That's too slow. That's good enough for now. All right, middle linebacker. Utah, Texas, Michigan, Georgia, Mississippi. Let's check out these 2 3-stars. See what we have. 6'6", 225. 4.65 is kind of slow, but he'd be a decent defensive end probably. 6'2", 248. 4.46. I wouldn't mind having this kid. A+ awareness, and we're at the top of his list. I want to go after that kid. Let's put a scholarship on him. Out of all those, that's the one that I want. Of course, all these guys are so far away. Again, I don't want to recruit Texas kids. Corner, we need some help here in the worst way. I have 1 to 2. Florida, Pennsylvania, Alabama, 6'1". 4.31, 6'1", 182. Awareness is at a B. I may put a scholarship. Oh, he's just a 2-star. Let's wait. We're already down to the 2-star kids. Alaska, Pennsylvania, Texas, Florida. I mean, this kid's a 4-star. Really wants to come. 4.31's pretty good. I don't like his height. I don't like anything about him, to be honest, other than his speed. We'll have to think about that. I may have to go back later. That's a little disappointing, what I'm seeing here. We are good at free safety unless one of these guys are incredible. Canada and Florida, and he's a JUCO. I'm not going to bother. Here's a 6'4" out of Alabama. 4.41, that's not bad. Let's look at my free safety situation. I got 1 already committed. We're going to have 3 there. 4.41, that's not bad. And I love his height. I love his height. He's got a very good vertical jump as well. Anytime you get over 40 inches, you're doing okay. Let's put a scholarship on him. Strong safety. Only 2 3-star guys. 6'7", 218. Man, that kid's humongous. He's out of Kansas. Dang it, that's too far out. Here's 6'3", 200, 4.39. Oh, this kid's a real deal. 200-pounder. Let's go after him. I want to go after this guy just for the sake of it. 6'7", 4.48. 3.7, 4.95. I love this kid right here. It's hard to find a strong safety that fast. And he's out of Alabama. Let's put a scholarship on him. We'll do the bare minimum. And we'll do the bare minimum for this guy. Just because he's 6'7", 218. My goodness. I've never had a strong safety that tall before. And we need help there. No kicker. We got 3 punters. Mississippi, Ohio, Florida. This is the guy we need at punter. I wouldn't mind redshirting him. And he's at the top of the list. Let's go ahead and put the bare minimum on him for now. And if you don't know already, if you just scout and that's it, the game has it built in to where it automatically throws the program prestige at that prospect. I don't know if it's like that in 07. Well, somebody could probably answer that for me. But in 06, that's what it does. That's why I'm doing program prestige across the board for now. Okay, we are good there. We still got a lot of... We got 84 points to spend. Let's scout the rest of the way. Let's go back to state prospects and see if I'm missing anybody. Let's go back to interested. The athletes, Colorado, Illinois, Texas. I'm just not excited about any of these. We can scout this 2-star kid. He's really fast. He doesn't have any good hands. He may be a halfback, though. I may want to take a chance on that kid. Imagine this kid could play any quarterback. 4.26 at quarterback. Whew. You got to remember the other athlete we picked up in the offseason last year. It showed the similar stuff. I didn't know if he could play quarterback, and oddly enough, he could. I may actually want to put a scholarship on this kid. Let's go ahead and do these from Louisiana, so I don't mind that. Let's keep going. These halfbacks, I've scouted this guy. We'll just see what happens with some of these. I need a couple of... I need some good players. Montana, that's too far out. Ohio, Louisiana, 2-star to Mississippi. I mean, this kid ain't going to work. 4.6, he may be a decent fullback down the road, but I need some speedsters at halfback, and we're getting into bad territory here. Let's just keep going. Virginia, Texas. I may scout him. I need somebody there. Like, this kid right here from Texas would be ideal fit. Now, he's not very strong, though. 6'1", the guy wasn't either. Let's see, 6'4", 186, but let's just scout because we need some bodies at wide receiver. We've already got a couple scholarships on some of these guys. 240, 315. See, I need a 415 on the squad. These two guys would be perfect. Joel Huff and Marquise Spurlock would love to have both. That would be ideal. Tight end. Let's look at this tackle. Illinois. See, I can't do it. We got a couple. Here's a kid from Mississippi and a kid from Louisiana. We'll just scout them for now. 465, 690. That's a pretty decent squat. I wouldn't mind having this kid right here. This guy's really tall. But we'll just scout for now. Guard, Missouri, Arkansas. This kid's pretty strong. I may go after him. But I'm just going to scout for now. We got 34 points left. Florida, Louisiana. Here's a Louisiana kid. 6'5", 310. We'll scout him. Center, North Carolina, Maryland, Florida. Defensive end. Here's a kid out of Louisiana, 6'6", 246, but he's not fast enough. That's why I'm not going to waste my time. Louisiana, did we scout him? We did. I may want to put one on him. Let's go ahead and put it on him. That way we know he's on our list. Let's keep going. Florida, California, Georgia. Georgia is a pipeline. But is he strong enough? No, he's not. Wow, his numbers went down big time on the squad at least. I think I'm done with that one for now. We need some help here at outside linebacker. Did I go after a couple here? I got 2. How many points do I got? I got 14 points left. Michigan. Corner. I was real disappointed on the corner front. I didn't see anybody here that I liked. Like this kid out of Texas, 6'3". His 40 time went down after that. I got 8 points left. We're already good at the free safety front. We're going after that guy, plus we already have one committed. We're good here. I got 8 points left, so let's just put it on a halfback. This is our biggest need, is halfback. So let's, this Montana kid, that ain't going to... I don't want to go after him. That's just too far out. I mean, I can. There's nothing stopping me, but I just don't want to. North Carolina, Colorado. It's going downhill pretty quick. Wow. I mean, all these guys are from far out. Just none of them were close. We'll do something with an athlete, maybe, like this Texas kid, the 3-star. We'll do that. 6'1", 211, 4'6", I don't know if he could do anything. He may be able to play fullback. I may would put him there other than that. Okay, we're down to 2 points. I really can't use that. So let's go ahead and get ready for week 2. Now, week 2, if anybody has watched my recruiting videos before, week 2, you go through your target list. You kind of make sure you use your points efficiently. But week 2 is the biggest need with all of the other prospects that got upset that you didn't recruit them in the first week, yet you were not in their top 5. That's always my favorite week of the offseason, is week 2, is to find those kids that can really turn around a program, because I think I turned around 2 guys last offseason. I don't remember which ones, but for some reason I'm thinking it was 2. I didn't, they weren't in, I wasn't in their top 5, and I was able to convert them over and got them to commit. But I think recruiting's going to work out here. Now, it's the only downside to all this is it'll be a while before I get back to this dynasty, because we could talk about this right now. I'm working on, I've already got my playbook ready for the new dynasty. I'm not going to reveal which team I'm picking yet. I haven't really decided yet. But I've got my offense pretty much nailed down, but I'm also thinking about maybe doing another type of offense. They're kind of similar. I haven't really made up my mind yet, so I've got it narrowed down to 2. I want to do an offense that shows a lot of new things in 07, but still has a theme. Pretty much it's going to be a spread offense. I kind of talked about that in the previous video. But the other one is like a spread offense, but more specific. The other offense that I initially wanted to do can really showcase a lot of different positions and such. It's really roster friendly, that type of thing. And we got somebody to commit. The center, Josh Stokes. Interesting. Okay. And I didn't put hardly any points at him. So that's 1 down. So let's go to current targets. Let me mark that down, by the way. Let me exit that out. Okay. Just making sure. Here's his little 2-star athlete. Decided to go to Louisiana Lafayette. Good for him. He'll probably play more there than he would if I had him on my roster. So let's take him out. Now we're down to a lot of 2 4-stars and a bunch of 3-stars so far. Okay, we moved up for this outside linebacker. And he likes our program prestige. This is the guy that's humongous. We want him on our program. Or in our program, big time. So let's go ahead and put 16 on him for now. Next up, defensive tackle. We went down for him. But it's like a neck-and-neck race with Florida State. We don't know what he likes. So we'll still put the minimum on him for now. Texas, Arkansas, USC. We'll just do the most common ones. We'll go coach prestige and do the bare minimum. Let's look here. Nothing changed for this strong safety. It's still us in Arkansas. We don't know what he likes yet. This is the only far out. In Kansas, isn't too far away from Mississippi. But I have to go after the guy just to see what happens if I play with a 6'7" strong safety. So let's just do coach prestige. That's usually the number 2 most popular pitch out there. Let me just look here. I don't have to go back and forth. Everybody either stayed the same or went up, which is good. Okay. So who's next? Strong safety. We already done him. Let's go to the free safety. Looks like Auburn is where he would like to go. We'll just do coach prestige for now. Get it out of the way. I'm not looking too hard at these schools, as it's all a guess. I mean, you can kind of look and see where he may or what he may be interested in, but it's hard to tell. We're at the top of the list for this punter. I would love to have him and redshirt him. Let's do location for him. Let's see what he handles, if he likes that or not. Alabama kid, Ricky Parrish, strong safety. Would love to have this kid. Let's just do coach prestige. We're at the top of the list for this middle linebacker. Would love to have him. Outside linebacker, we'd love to have him. We'll just do coach prestige. Wide receiver, looks like none of these guys are liking program prestige except for a couple. Wide receiver, we'll do the minimum until we can figure out what he likes, and then we're good to go. So what we have left is a bunch of points to spend. So let's go back to interested prospects. And this kid from Florida, it looks like we may need to go after him. So let's go. I didn't want to go after any of those. Wesley Brown. Program prestige. This is our guy right here. He's a day 1 starter. Let's go. Let's do the max 30 for him. Let's just go, keep going and see if anybody else liked our original pitch. This guy didn't, but yeah, he was too slow for my liking. This guy was too slow. This guy was okay. The kid from Tennessee liked our program prestige. 4'4", and he's got decent hands. He's got some good strength to him as well. 555 on the squat. We may want to add him just for the sake of it. Just only because he likes our program prestige. We'll do 16 for him. 2-star. Other big reason why I'm doing that is, and he's a 2-star, right? Now, he may be terrible, but this may be a mistake. But this gives me a chance to plug into Tennessee, try to turn that into a pipeline. Maybe. Fullbacks, I think I went after this kid out of Texas. I'm not going to bother. We're good here. We can look and see if anybody liked one of our pitches or program prestige out of the gate. We're already looking at him, and we're good there. Okay, tackle. I don't think I went after a couple of these guys. Let's go here. Did we go up for? We kind of stayed the same for them. 3-star. We got bodies here, so I'm not too worried about that. Guard. We went after this kid out of Arkansas, but he didn't like what he saw. Let's go after this kid, the kid from Louisiana, the 3-star kid. He likes our program prestige, so let's just do 16 for him for now. That'll be our one guard we'll need. We got the center that already committed. Don't worry about defensive ends, defensive tackles. Was he the only one that I scouted? We scouted this kid as well, but I didn't really... he likes it. We probably need to keep George as a pipeline, too. Let's just go ahead and put 16 on him. There's a very good chance I may be over-recruiting. But it is what it is. Okay, outside linebacker. Those two guys. Here's a kid out of Alabama. No. Okay. We'll stick with the two that we're going after with now. For now. Let's go back here. Did I scout any of these guys? I scouted him, but he didn't like the program prestige. Corner, we need some help here. I scouted this kid. He didn't like what he saw. We got to go after this kid. James Harris, 6'1", 182, 431, and he likes our program prestige pitch. So we're going to go there. We're good at free safety. We're already going after that one other. I'll leave it as such for now. Strong safety, we're already done our part there. And we're going after the punter. So now what's left is we got 90 points to spend. We need to scout it on guys who we may have a chance. So let's go to all prospects. And let's start off with athlete. And my goodness, we got some guys. Here's a kid out of Texas, 6'4", 288. Now, what position would he play? Defensive end? Defensive tackle? It's kind of weird. Let's keep going, though. This is the kid from Illinois. But we want to look at the non-top 5 guys. For example, a kid out of Alabama, 6'4", 233. Let's scout him. We'll leave it as such and see. Let's write his name down. Let's go R. Calhoun. R. Calhoun. Athlete. If I can spell. There we go. Let's keep going. Here's a couple more. Florida. Wow, 6'7", 330. That guy's ideal for a 3'4". 6'2", 180. I really don't want to recruit Florida. I mean, everybody recruits Florida, and I understand, but we can... Let's just scout for now. Let's just scout those two. I'm okay. That's fine. Here's another one out of California. I'm not going to bother. I'll stay below 3, or we won't go below 3. Let's look at quarterbacks just in case. We won't go lower than 3. Here's a 3-star kid out of Alabama. Let's scout him. That doesn't really fit what we wanted to do. He's too slow. He's got an okay arm, but nothing special. And it looks like he's destined for Auburn. So we're going to let that one go. Here's another one out of Florida. And he's really slow. I'm not going to bother even putting points on him. Here's another one, a kid out of Louisiana. 4'8", 4'88". And he doesn't have a good arm either. If he had any type of speed, I may take a chance. We'll go down to 2 stars for quarterback just because you never know if you may find a speedster. Nothing wrong with just taking your time and going through every one of these. Because you just never know. One may pop up and change your program around for the better. A lot of 2-star quarterbacks. Okay. Halfback, this is where it gets kind of interesting. Let's go here. Like, kid out of Ohio. This may take a while. Colorado, Pennsylvania, Florida. Let's keep it local. Now we're down to the 3-star. South Carolina kid. Kid out of Connecticut. I'm not going to bother. Of course, he was already interested to begin with. Another kid out of Florida. Missouri. Idaho. Texas. 6'3". That's really tall. That's just, I'm curious. 4.33. That kid's ideal. We'll scout him for now and see. He may put us in our top 5. Let's go E. McIntosh, halfback. I love the name. What's his first name? Eric McIntosh. McIntosh. Halfback. Like I said, we need help there in the worst way, so I don't mind extending out to Texas to get a guy like that. Here's another one. Another kid out of Texas. We'll just leave that for now. I want to find somebody at least a little more close. Here's a kid out of Alabama. He's a power back. We need speed at halfback. We tend to go to the outside a whole lot more. He would be great in another type of offense, though. I'm not going to go below a 3. JUCO, 4.52. That is too slow. And down to 2. I'm not going to bother. Fullback, we may find somebody here. Here's a 3-star at Wisconsin. I'm even willing to go down to 1-stars for these because we just need somebody here. Normally a 1-star player will be better than any walk-on you'll pick up. So here's a 2-star out of South Carolina. Slower than Moses, but how many points do I got left? I got 36 points. I need to be careful. Let's be more diligent here. Let's scout this kid out of Alabama, wide receiver. I love his speed. His hands are good. This is more a pressing matter. Wide receiver, 5'10", 166. Kid out of Texas. I'm just not really excited about that. He's really tall. But I really don't want to recruit Texas. All right, let's just keep going. Let's be picky about it. Let's find some good guys if we can that are local. Tight end's not important. Tackle, we're good at guard. Like, here's a 5-star guard out of Pennsylvania, but I'm not going to bother. Defensive end, like, kid out of Louisiana, 5-star. 6'7", 245. 4'6". It's worth scouting. You just never know. My guess is he'll probably, let's write his name down, R. Cole. Very good chance he'll probably put us in his top 5. One of the very few natural defensive ends I don't mind going after. Defensive tackle, not a big need because we still got what? There's 24 points left. Middle linebacker, no, outside linebacker is important to us. So we got kid out of Florida, kid out of Kentucky, out of Flatwoods, Kentucky. That's not too far from where I'm at. California. Let's keep going. Texas. No, where's it at? This game right here. Florida. Now we're down to the 3-stars. California. I didn't see anybody that was kind of close. What am I going after that kid from Flatwoods? 4.54. Let's wait. I'm already going after a couple. I may have to resort again to some 3-stars if needed. Middle linebacker, we're kind of going after one guy already. Okay, Mississippi, 4-star kid. 4'6'9". And he's not really big enough to play defensive end. He doesn't have the weight. That's just not a good pickup all around. I don't like his speed. I don't like his weight. So that was wasted scouting points, but oh well. Okay, 5-star kid out of Texas is mad that we didn't recruit him. I almost feel the need. We got to go after the guy. California. Let's just go ahead and scout him. This kid's ideal. He doesn't have he's not the tallest corner in the world, but please, let's just put his name down just in case. Darren West. Texas isn't too far away. I'd prefer to get a lot of my kids from the southeast, but I mean, if you notice, a lot of Texas kids are interested in me. Maybe I'm closer than I thought. We're good at free safety. I'm not worried about that. Strong safety. This kid's really interested in me, but he's from Illinois. Now we're down to the 3 stars. I think I'm okay with the rest of those. Punter, it's not a big deal. Okay, we went through everything, so let's go back to our current targets, and let's boost the points on guys that we got the points for. I only got 15 points left. I can't go up any further on any of these, can I? I'm just looking for the one that had a positive pitch that I can add more to, and I may not be able to, because I think a lot of these will need 14 point or 16 points. Say yeah, every one of these are backed up. So let's just go to the very top. Let's put some points on this defensive tackle, strong safety. Let's put some points on this guy. Let's do 8 here. Free safety. Let's take a chance. A guard. Punter. I'm kind of looking to see A.J. Lewis. Let's do 8 on him. Okay, we're down to 2 points. We really can't use that anywhere else. Finish the next week? No. All right. I like where we're at here. And it looks like we're not going to be loaded down with like nothing but 5 stars or anything like that. It looks like we're going to get a bunch of 3 and 4 stars. So our recruiting class is going to look pretty natural for Mississippi State, even with our awesome first season. We'll end up maybe getting a couple 5 stars. I think we have a chance of getting a halfback and that big 5-star corner from Texas. Those may be our 2 big studs. Other than that, the rest of them will be mostly 3 and 4. We'll just see how that goes. I'd love to get a few commitments this week, get them out of the way. That way we can just focus on everybody else. Because, again, I don't want to over-recruit. So I'm not going to add anybody else to the list unless somebody commits elsewhere and I need to fill that spot in the worst way. For example, outside linebacker and cornerback, I got 2 stars by those. I need to make sure those are filled up in some way. If not, we're going to have to move some people around. We'll see. I know you can move. I've done it before. It's been forever. You can move strong safeties down to outside linebacker if needed. And you don't see too much of a drop-off. You don't see a big jump like you would if you moved a linebacker down the defensive end. I remember I had to do that. I forgot. I think it was my Georgia Southern Dynasty years ago. I had to do that. There he is, Wesley Brown. He was just destined to come here. It didn't take too much effort to get him. He will probably be a day 1 starter. This kid has everything Heisman written all over this guy. 4.33, really 6.55 on the squat. That's impressive for a halfback. I love his size. There's a reason why he's a 5-star. He's just built like a champ. Okay, next we got a 3-star guard. That's good. We can knock that one out. Do that. Okay, that was good. So let's go back to our current targets. Did anybody... Here is a strong safety. Ricky Paris. I'd like to get one more strong safety. Do I have one on the list already? I do. We're going to... Hopefully we can get Bryson Kennedy. That'd be awesome when we can get that kid. I'd love to have him. Okay. Let's go after these guys. Let's knock these out. Let's go 16 for now. Let's do location for this kid. That'll be our next popular one. Kennedy. Let's look at Arkansas, Kansas, Purdue, Texas Tech. Let's go location. Let's go location for him. That's kind of in his wheelhouse. Let's do that for now. Free safety. We really don't need this kid, to be honest. I may be wasting my time with him. He's perfectly built for what I want at free safety. Because if we go a team, we've already got 2, 3, and trying to get a 4th, that may be too many. Only reason why I kind of want to do that, though, is because the 2 guys that are already coming back are juniors. So, let's just continue to go after them. Let's just do location. Next up, defensive tackle. We'll do 16 for now. Location. This worked out good for this kid. Let's go with a max out for the punter. We don't know what this kid likes, but he's a local kid, so let's try location. Louisiana, let's just do location next for this kid. Wide receiver. Alabama, let's do location again. Wide receiver. We need some help here. I want one of those guys to commit. Looking good here for this halfback. So, I don't mind going after him. Biggest reason is because of where he's from. Want to try to build that pipeline down the road. Corner, 2-star. But he kind of fits what we wanted to do, so let's do 16 on him. Okay, we got a lot of points left. 100 points. Let's go back to instant prospects and see if anybody... Okay, again, here's the kid out of Texas, the cornerback. He put us up there. We don't know what he likes, though. Let's just do Coach Prestige for now. Let's take a chance on him. Okay, that's one of them. Let's go to athlete. Calhoun, there he is, right there. Alabama. Let's go after this kid. I don't know what he could do, but he's an athlete. So let's just go and put Coach Prestige on him. So there's him. Next up is another halfback, and that is McIntosh. I don't remember if he was a 4 or a 3-star. And he did not make the list. He did not put us in his top 5. So we don't have to worry about him. Mark him out. Next up is a defensive end. Defensive end is Cole. Cole did not put us in his top 5, so we don't have to worry about that. So it looks like Calhoun and West, we may have a chance of those two guys. That would be nice. Especially Cole, him being a 5-star corner. Okay, so we still got 96 points left. We only got 2 scholarships available, so let's go ahead, back to our target list, and let's max out these points. Let's go, first of all, let's go here. Let's do the 30. Let's do the ones where we know we got a chance, or we know that they like our pitch. I think I put most of these at 16, so let's do 30 here. We've maxed that out. Just making sure, okay? And then we'll go back up the top and keep increasing. I thought I had another one. There it is. We'll go 30 there. We'll go 30 here. And we're good the rest of the way. So let's go back up some more. Here, I'm going to do 16 for this guy right here. And then let's go up some more. Let's go 4. 4. 4. 4. We're going to do this the rest of the way for the ones we don't know what pitch they like yet. Let's do 4 for him. 4. There. We're down to 11 points. Down to 9. We're good there. Go 4. Oh, no, let's go back. Oop, I messed that one up. Where's he at? What did I do with him? Where's he at? That's correct. Let's just keep going down. I think I messed up the one who really wanted to come. There he is. Okay, we're still good there. It's this guy right here. There we go. I was wondering where he was. Now we got 9 points left. So let's try to use those somewhere. Let's go back up to the very top again. We can't use them there. Let's do 8 points for this guy. We're down to 5. And it may be tough to use them on somebody. If not, we're going to scout a local kid to use those 5 points if possible. And I'm not seeing it. I think we've maxed out our points there, so let's just go to state prospects. And like this middle linebacker... the fullbacks, none of the receivers, tight ends. This kid, 6'4", 324. Let's scout him. There we go. Local kid, 6'4", 324, and he was upset that we didn't recruit him and we're not in his top 5. So that may be ideal for us. So we're down to 2 points left. We really can't use those anywhere. Okay, good deal. So let's talk about my '07 Dynasty. Again, I don't know which team I'm going to pick. I have a pretty good idea which one. I just haven't solidified that decision yet. But my offense is going to be like, it's a spread offense, but with like pro-style principles. I wanted to run a bunch of different things that's new to '07, but it's got a theme to it. We're going to use a lot of different personnel groupings. Again, like I said before, it's roster friendly. I can feature tight ends, wide receivers, halfbacks. I actually built my playbook for the sole purpose of the run game that doesn't need a quarterback to be fast. You can use a dual threat quarterback if needed, but I'm going to do a lot of pulling plays. We're going to use QB wrap, QB choice. Those are both power plays. Some formations that are built to bring in an extra blocker if needed, that type of thing. So like my 11 personnel sets are going to be as such. Then I got my 10 personnel sets or 4 wide sets. That it's going to be a little more pass oriented, but it's still going to have my base run concepts. I got some 12, some 21 personnel. You'll see all that in the next video, more than likely, if not the video after that. But otherwise, I always kept going back to Dan Mullen. His kind of offense is going to be similar to what I want to do, kind of, sort of. There's so many spread offenses that look the same now. But play action off of that. So it's pretty much a pro-style offense from the gun, more or less. Okay, we picked up some commitments. It's like 3-star kids. An outside linebacker, Brian Botts. He was the one that was like an ideal fit for us. Yeah, speedster. I like what I saw there. So this, I need to get one more. Defensive tackle, we are good there. Kid out of Georgia, keep that pipeline going a little bit. And that middle linebacker, I'm glad we got him. So I'm going to mark middle linebacker out. Okay. Next up, let's just go back to our current targets and just keep doing this going forward. So this quarterback probably won't be coming, which is fine. We can still try, but it's going to be hard. And it looks like he's wanting to go to Oklahoma badly. So we'll put the bare minimum on him. Let's do playing time and see if he likes it. He won't. I've never seen a player that has a plus and a negative pitch at the same time. So I think it is what it is. Now this kid should be committing to us. Come on. Shouldn't be too hard. We'll put the max 30 there. What is this kid like? Texas, Florida State, USC, Arkansas. It's kind of all over the place. No Louisiana. Let's do playing time. We'll do the minimum there for now. This athlete, we don't know what he likes. Let's do location, though. Let's do Kansas, Arkansas, Purdue, Texas Tech. He didn't care about the location. Oops. Let's do playing time, I guess. I don't know. Free safety. We really don't need this kid. Let's do coaching style. This kid needs to commit. I don't know why he's taking so long. Wide receiver, we need these guys ASAP. Let's go 8 points for him. Halfback, let's just do the max 30 there is fine. Corner, we need this kid to commit. And somebody took us off their list. This wide receiver. Spurlock went to Georgia. So I want to go back to interest prospects. So let's go back to wide receiver. Did I write anybody down? Oh, okay, I think I'm good. Louisiana, JUCO kid. I may 6'1", 170, 4'2", He's a slot receiver for us. Let's just put a scholarship on him. Kid out of Louisiana. We looked at him, but we didn't. I'm going to put another one on this kid as well. We need help. We need bodies. Right now, we're out of luck for whatever reason. This kid's ideal. Man, I'm too late on this kid. We're going to put a scholarship on him, though. 6'4", 220, perfect size, and he's got a 415 on the squat. This is a perfect outside receiver for us. Please, do I have an extra scholarship? And I do. Good deal. So let's go back. Let's check here. I'm down. Okay, no more scholarships. Let's go back to our current targets. I'm down to 21 points. We're probably not going to have a chance with this kid, are we? I just don't think it's going to... I'm going to leave it at minimum for now. We're good there. Let's do 8 points for him. 4. 4, and a couple more of these. Should do it. Down to 7. Do 4 there. And 4 there. And I don't think we can go up any further with anybody else. So I may leave that as is. And I think we're good. And that was a quick week. It don't take too long on that one. Advance to the next week. And we got one more recruiting week left. So cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get some guys to fill out the roster. I need receiver. I'm more worried about receiver than anything else. Receiver and corner are my 2 biggies right now. We're kind of good at halfback. Fullback, I don't care. Wide receiver, I need big time. And I think that is it. So, if for whatever reason some of these wide receivers or corners aren't committing, we may go after a couple more if we have the scholarships available. Now, what I may do is I'll probably take the scholarship off that West kid out of Texas and put it on another corner that we may need, possibly. I actually care more about receiver than corner. I don't need too many corners in my offense. I barely go nickel as is. So I always try to play my best 11 players. But, you know, if I got 4 awesome corners, I'll run dime most of the time. That's what I have to do. If you remember my Indiana Dynasty, that first season, my best 11 was the dime package. So I went dime a ton. I played quarters at it the entire season and done okay there. So, I mean, that's my philosophy on defense, putting your best 11 out there and just run your same concepts if you can. Now, it's going to be interesting in 07 how that's going to work out because you got a few extra things added to that on the defensive side in terms of formations. We got the punter to commit, and we got that other halfback, so we can knock those out. Is that the kid out of Tennessee? And it is. Good. We may be able to form that pipeline down the road. Let's go back to current targets. Let's take off anybody that's the corner. He went to Oklahoma. That's normal. That's expected. It was worth a shot. And we got a couple other guys. Deep at the tackle, I'm okay with. Athlete, I'm okay with that. That's not a big deal. Let's mark him out. So neither of those 2 guys that we tried to convert, that we weren't in their top 5 for, it just didn't work out. No big deal. Now, I'm down to like 1 spot left to fill, and I got all these guys left. So we may see a couple of these wide receivers went down. This guy needs to commit. I don't know what he's waiting on. We need him in the worst way. This kid out of Kansas, if you look, I don't think he's going to commit anywhere. If you notice, none of his bars are going up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to withdraw the offer. This guy right here, I'm going to withdraw the offer from him as well. We're good at free safety. Wide receiver, come on, bud. We need you. Let's do location. We'll do 30 on you for now. This kid right here, he's not going to commit anywhere. Look at the bars. So I'm going to just take one off of him. We may have a chance with this kid for whatever reason. He's just not ready to commit or do anything. We'll do 16. This kid needs to commit big time. I don't know what he's waiting on. And we are good going forward. So let's use the rest of our points if we can. We're going to max these out. Why don't I have any points on this guy? Did I take? Okay, that's weird. Okay, we need him to commit anyway. Let's go location. I must have hit the back button instead of the confirmation button. We're still there. We're good there. We've maxed out points there, so we're kind of good. Now, we got 6 scholarships available, so we need to put it on, honestly, corner. We actually got plenty of bodies at corner, so I may be wasting my time going after those corners. So let's go after another receiver and put them on somebody that can help. Anybody interested. This kid out of Tennessee. Oh, he's the one that he's not going to commit anywhere. I guess we got to put our scholarship back on him, I guess. Let's just do Coach Prestige. And do 10 points. Let's just do that. He's not going to commit, but oh well. Okay, that is it for recruiting. Cross your fingers. Let's get a few more commitments. That'd be nice, and we'll wrap that thing up. And then we're going to save it. I think it's only smart to save it because you just never know. And then we will get into position changes, which is always fun. So let's talk about '07 some more. Again, offensively, when you have 3 extra slots in your playbook, that makes a whole world of difference. Now I can pretty much go, I could do 2 of everything. 2 5 wides, 2 10 personnels, 3 or 4 11. That's going to be my base, is the 11 personnel set. Then you can add in a couple 12s or 21s and still have room left over, which is really nice. But again, that particular offense is pretty much all shotgun. It's going to have a theme to it. We're going to run the same handful of concepts, more or less, but it's built around a power run game. Pulling guards, pulling tackles, stuff like that. Play action on top of that, on top of just a basic drop-back passing game. We're going to probably use some drive and whatnot. Now, the other offense I was talking about, I may switch over to it. I'm still kind of tinkering with that right now. I may switch over to that. We'll see. I just wanted to run an offense that kind of features a lot of different new things to showcase what '07 has to offer. I think that's best for everybody. And I figure I'd start with a spread offense. I've had requests to do that anyways. It's just your basic spread offense, passing, running, just kind of work off your talent. So that's what I'll probably end up doing. Okay, hope for a commitment or 2 right here. Awesome. Finally, that outside linebacker committed, the 6'7", 241-pounder. I am excited about that cat. So we got the 2 outside linebackers we needed. We got the little corner, James Harris. It took him forever, but he finally committed. Little 2-star kid. Good deal there. And we finally got 1 receiver. He committed, I'll be. And he's the perfect one we needed. Interesting. That goes to show you that's food for thought. Remember, go back to that. All his bars were really low. And then for whatever reason, he committed. Normally, if they're all low, the guy's chance of committing to anywhere is really low. Not this cat. He committed. Awesome. So we got him. Only downside is I wanted to get an extra guy in there, but it didn't work out. Okay, let's look at our signings. Nobody an athlete. It just didn't work out this season. Halfback. We got big time talent here. Wesley Brown, day 1 starter. Good to see this 4-star kid. This is the kid that we picked up in the regular season. And we got a little 2-star kid out of Tennessee. I'm sure he will redshirt. And at least we can maybe build that pipeline down the road. Super excited about this little class here. Especially about this cat right here. Awesome. Fullback, nothing there. 2 wide receivers. We picked up Darren Pitts from the regular season. He is going to be a slot receiver more than likely. Just because of it. He's got pretty good speed. He's not very strong. 385 is not bad at squat, but we'll see. But this kid right here, I'm actually excited about this kid. 3-star kid out of Tennessee, 4'8". But he's really strong and he's really big. Perfect outside receiver for my offense. Tight end, we didn't get anybody. We didn't need to. No tackles. 2 guards. Jason Jackson, this is the kid we picked up in the regular season, and we picked up this 3-star kid out of Louisiana. I'm excited about both. We needed bodies there. We picked up 1 center. That was after that first week, 3-star kid out of Louisiana, and he's got A+ awareness. That's huge. I truly believe that affects the high snaps that he will likely snap. The smarter he is, probably the less high snaps you will see. So I'm really glad we got that kid. No defensive ends. That's no big deal. 2 defensive tackles. I don't remember which one. I think this was the kid we got just recently. Country Club Estates, Georgia. That's where he's from. But we picked up C.J. Vincent from the regular season. Obviously, he's 315. Outside linebacker, 2 4-stars, 6'3", 217. This is the kid we picked up in the regular season. Doug Haynes, I'm really excited about this kid. I'm more excited about him probably than anybody else outside of that halfback. Just because of how humongous he is. Unbelievable. He may start. I don't know. We'll just see how that goes. He ain't been a JUCO. He needs to play somewhere. I got to use his 2 years as best as possible. Next up, Brian Botts, another outside linebacker. He'll probably redshirt. But I like his speed of 4.48. Middle linebacker, 6'2", 248. It's going to be good wherever he plays, middle linebacker or defensive end in the future if needed. Corner, we only got one guy. That's a little disappointed with that. So that's got to be a priority for us in the preseason. Whenever I get to that video, it may be months before that happens. But this kid is ideal for what we want. He's fast and he's at least a little tall. He's 6'1". Free safety, we picked up this kid in the regular season. Glad to have him. 4.39, what we want at that position. Nobody is strong safety. I wanted one more, so that's a little disappointing that didn't work out. That's the only bugaboo out of the entire thing. That's the only thing I wasn't able to give a strong safety. We'll try to figure something out there. No kicker, and we got that punter. He will redshirt. He may actually start. We'll see. I may be able to take somebody out like that other punter. Okay, let's go to top classes. Let's see where some of these guys are. Wisconsin, Texas, Oregon State, which I think that's funny. Of course, they were really good back in the day. I mean, as you can tell, they finished the season in the top 10. Finally, an SEC school, 11th. Florida, South Carolina, Auburn. We finished with the 19th best class in the country. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, I think that's it. So let's just go ahead and finalize recruiting. Now we got position changes. Before we do that, I think it's best to save it. I know this is a bit of a waste of everybody's time, but I just have to do this because you just never know. Get that done, then we'll go to position changes. I doubt we'll move too many players around, but we'll see. Just depends. Let me think here. The fullback position, they'll probably put a walk on there. And if that's the case, I may just let them do that, and that'll be our fullback. Again, we don't even use one because we always use twin halfbacks in our twin halfback sets. Which is, like I said, perfectly fine by me unless I move somebody over. I may move like a backup terrible halfback over or something to avoid. The only problem with a walk-on, besides them being terrible, is you can't cut them from your team. Okay, let's go back. Go to off-season schedule, position changes. So here are our 5 quarterbacks. Bradley is going to be our starter. There's not going to be any changes here, really. Halfback. Wesley Brown, here's the true freshman. 78 overall, 91 speed, really good strength. Here's the other true freshman. That's not bad. Pretty good pickup for us out of the regular season. 76 overall. Looks like these two guys will be our starters unless one of these two redshirt freshmen really boost in their training. We'll find out. Now, this kid right here, like Tyler Price, is he a power guy? Balance. I may move him over the fullback. That way it saves us from putting a walk on. No, we got this guy right here. What I may do, since this guy's so slow, let's just move him over. I know he's terrible, but we need somebody there. That, again, avoids having a walk on after Dixon leaves. So I'm okay with all of that. That looks good there. Here's the other true freshman. He'll redshirt. I doubt he'll ever play much. He's a balance. What was Brown? Was he balanced? Yeah. Okay. Looks pretty good there, though. I like we're young at halfback, but we got some talent. We're good at fullback. Okay, wide receiver. Nicholas. He's going to be he's still one of our fastest guys. Let's keep going. Guard high is back. Pitts, 6'2", 190, true freshman. And Stewart, 74. Stewart may be one of my starters, to be honest, just because he's got the strength. King is an ideal 6'6", 209. He's not very strong either. I wonder if his run block. All these guys' run blocks are terrible. Except for guard highs. It's still 56 is still terrible. So I never go by the run blocking for a receiver. I just go by how strong they are. Can they push somebody out? You know, shove a corner to the ground. Thornburg. But nothing's going to change here. All these are going to stay receivers. I'm happy we got 6. I'm perfectly fine with that. Now, one of these guys could have went the fullback, but that would have been a waste of time. What I probably will do is maybe redshirt these 2 guys later. I don't know. We'll see. We're fine at tight end, that's for sure. Okay. We need to pay attention to this because we got left and right tackles. These 2 guys will be our starters next year because they're both back. And they're both left tackle, right tackle, left tackle, right tackle, right tackle. Okay. I don't have to change any of these. That's good. So we're good there. Guard, we're going to have to move a couple of these guys to left guard. Let's see. 294. Which one's the speedster? Do I pull from the left? I think I pulled my right guard a lot. So I'm going to keep this guy at a right guard. We're going to have true freshman Jason Jackson as a left guard. I'm going to redshirt him. And we're going to have these two guys right there. So I think we're good there. Jackson's going to be my starting left guard. Williams will be my right guard unless White moves up. He may go, let's put him at left. We'll put this guy at right. Just in case. We'll see. One of these two guys will be my starting guard. I mean, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. We'll leave that as is for now. Okay, center. 76, 74, redshirt sophomores. And then we got true freshman Josh Stokes. We'll redshirt him. That's a perfect scenario right there. He won't have to play for a couple seasons. Defensive end. A senior, a senior, a senior, and a junior. That and that. Let's do a left end here. And I'm okay with that. These two are definitely going to start. These two guys are slower. We need some speed at defensive end. That is for sure. Because these back four are not fast at all. Like, this kid needs to be playing defensive tackle. 62. But we don't need defensive tackles. We're kind of good here. So I'm just probably going to leave it all as is. Alex Hall. True fresh, 76 overall. That's awesome. We got a kid like that for a defensive tackle. Another true freshman, 70. Those two guys probably will redshirt. One of them will, at least. I like to have four playing at all times. Defensive tackles tend to get gassed easily in this game. Outside linebacker. Here is the JUCO kid we picked up. 84 speed. We got a true freshman here. Neither of these two guys will go up in their training. This guy will. So this guy will probably end up being a starter. So, and this guy will probably end up as he'll definitely start. He's much better than the other two. And he's a true freshman. This is kind of interesting. Where do you go from here? We will redshirt probably Rivera. And we will have these four guys doing their thing. So, let's just leave it all as is. I think I'm okay with all. All these four guys are pretty interchangeable. So, this guy won't go up. This guy probably... We need this guy to start. So, let's just do this. Let's go right outside linebacker. I want to get the most out of him, and I'm not redshirting him. So, we're going to put him as our starting right outside linebacker. Just because he's a JUCO. That's why you get JUCOs. They're supposed to come in and contribute immediately. And we're going to back up. We'll put him at left. And we'll do that. I'm okay with that. Okay, middle linebacker. Only thing I can think of. Are any of these guys good enough? Like, this kid right here would be a perfect defensive end. But I can't move him until after next season. So let's go middle linebacker. Junior Baldwin. I want this guy to be my starter. 85 speed. 6'2", 248. I may leave everything as is. I may redshirt him. I may redshirt Lewis. We'll probably just leave all that as is. Okay, corner. Here's the true freshman we picked up. We'll redshirt him. At least he's got some speed and height. We'll just probably leave all that. Free safety, true freshman. Look at that, David King. Very good chance he will start. I think Fields was our starter last season. No, I think we had a guy who left. Either way, here's my biggest issue is strong safety. One of these guys needs to bump up big time. We're just going to be hurting on the back end for a couple seasons. It is what it is. But I got no reason to move anybody over. Because some of these guys don't transition well to corner. Or, I'm sorry, to strong safety. And we need all the help we can get here. So, alright, we're just going to kind of leave that as is. Now, we got two. We are over two players. So, what I may do is take this guy out and take this guy out. Let's just take these two guys out. Oh, we'll do that here in a minute. So, we're going to leave them as is. Here's our true freshman punter. Awesome pickup. Daryl McGinty. He was the kid out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. So, we're two over the limit. So we're going to take out those two kickers, the kicker and the punter. Okay, let's just keep going. That was pretty easy. It didn't have to do a whole lot there of position changes. Next, we'll cut. We'll just cut those two special team guys. And then we will go to training. I'm really curious to see what training is going to look like because we put a lot of points into it. 35, but we need some guys to really boost up. So here they are. Training results. Price went up plus 10. That can happen with a fullback. Now, he's still just 62 overall, but at least we got a body there. All right, we got a bunch of guys that went up like 4 apiece and whatnot. So let's look here. Let's go to our overalls. So Bradley went up 2. He's still going to be our starter. But it's good to see Brian McCoy go up. He was the athlete that we picked up last season. That was a good jump for him, 76 overall. He's going to be a great backup for us. So I like what I'm seeing there. Halfback. Tereshinski and Thomas only went up 74 apiece. So we'll see what happens there. They'll be backing up for Brown. Neither one of them went up above the other Jenkins, the other halfback as well. So it's good to see Tom Thomas. That was a good pickup right there. 95 speed. Fullback, we are fine there. Wide receiver. Nicholas, awesome pickup for us last year. He was our best guy we got. Guard height, neither of these is going to change. The only thing I'm thinking is Nicholas, I have to have him on the outside. He's our fastest receiver. We'll fool with that in the preseason video. Again, that may be months from now because I'm going to stick with 07. But still, either way. Let's keep going. Tight end, everybody went up about the same except for Strong. Went up a little bit. Tackles, a couple. Guards, centers, for. All this is kind of hard to tell. It's easier to tell if you look at it from the depth chart perspective. Okay, let's go back. Defensive end. I went up 2 there. Defensive end. 97 overall for Donovan Sanders. Awesome. Defensive tackles. We got some studs here. Our front four is going to be nasty. Our defense was the best in the country last year. It's going to be pretty good this year, except for the secondary. I'm a little worried about it. Outside linebacker, 84. Went up 2 for these guys right here. Baldwin went up 2. He probably will stay my starter, more than likely. Corner, a few guys went up. Fitzhugh, 80. 74. King will be a starter. I like his height. I'm glad we moved him over like we did. He doesn't have much speed. None of my corners have much speed. That's a bit of an issue. Free safety, pretty good there. Strong safety. See, that worries me. Now, we still got to start Ewing. He's just much faster. His awareness isn't as good, though. I can't put a 76 speed at strong safety. I need some speed back there. To me, in my defense, you've seen me use it a ton of times. My strong safeties and free safeties are interchangeable because we flip the formation a lot, especially in the one high situation. Kicker, this guy's going to be gone, and that guy's going to be gone. Okay, let's just go to cut players. So we got one awesome player and a bunch of guys in the 80s. If you look here at our overall, 197 overall, that's the guy that we moved over last season from linebacker to defensive end. The rest of these are in the 87s. And you look here, we don't have many seniors. We only got 15 juniors. We're just backloaded with freshmen and sophomores. So let's go over here. We're going to cut this guy. And I almost, this may be a good idea. Let's think about this. I'll eventually come back to this Dynasty. I may want to redshirt. We don't punt a lot, so I'm not too worried about the punting situation. We may take advantage of this, and we may start this guy and redshirt this guy. That way he'll have another 4 years. He'll be like an 80-plus when he comes and starts his redshirt freshman year. So I don't think I'm going to cut him. Again, we don't punt enough, so I think this is a perfect scenario to take advantage and redshirt this guy. If it was a different position, I'd be doing a different scenario. So let's cut somebody else if we can. Like, I just moved this guy over. Let's keep going. Tight Tight end, no thanks. We got to keep those. Somebody that's terrible. Maybe one of these guys, possibly. Just because we're so slow. Like, I can't have a 68 speed at defensive end. Let's keep going. Defensive tackles are too valuable. Corners. Like, I may cut this redshirt senior. I just don't think he'll be... he'll be gone anyways. Let's just go ahead and cut him. He's too slow, too short. I hate to do it, but let's cut him. Okay, we've done that. Now let's go to the depth chart. And we're not going to do much there. That would always be in the preseason video. Which, again, you won't see for hopefully quite a while. Hopefully I'll love 07 so much that it'll be a long time for him to come back to this Dynasty. So I'm super excited about that. About 07, what's going on there. Also, I am super close to adding the rest of the playbooks for 07. The team playbooks for 07 to the site. I'd like to try to do that tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to. It'll be this week, though. I've already captured them all. I just got to upload them. And it takes just as long to upload as it is to capture them all. Because in 07, it's super useful to have the team playbooks there because every playbook is different. I found out a couple days ago that if you move, like, say a default playbook has shotgun normal, has like 18 or like 24 plays in it, has some unique plays. If you move that gun normal to another slot, some of those unique plays go away. So it's just going to be a lot of trial and error to put your custom playbook together in 07. Which is why, again, I wanted to put all the team playbooks on the site so you can use that as a quick resource and you know exactly what you're looking for. I also got to put that quick chart together. That's going to take me a while. But it's going to be useful. For sure. I'm trying to think of what else I am forgetting. I can't think of anything. Also, I'm getting a really good feedback on the rosters. I've always had all the roster files available for you all. Just go to the website, go to the rosters page, and it has all the instructions of what you need to do in order to obtain any roster files. I'm sending out at least 2 to 3 roster or memory cards a week, which is really cool. I'm glad everybody's getting to use those. I still think that's the quickest way to get roster files if you don't have like a Max Drive or a Game Shark. If you don't, send your memory card to me. Again, go to the rosters page. Look for the exact details on how to go about doing that. Also, just keep using playbookgamer.com as a reference. I check it every single day just to look up stuff. That's what it's there for. I'm hoping 10 years from now it'll have the playbooks of every relevant football game that I can think of that I like to play at least. I just want to, turn that into the ultimate football gaming resource. Slowly but surely, I'll get there. It just takes time to upload a lot of that stuff. But I'm in no rush. Got nowhere to be. Hopefully, you all are using that in some form or fashion. Also, my subs are going up quite a bit. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm looking forward. I think it's going to happen maybe in a few weeks. It's really gone up significantly the last few weeks. I've noticed the more subs I get, the quicker I get them. It's like a snowball effect. Okay, we're about done with the cutting of the players. And the depth chart, we'll not worry too much about that, and I'll let you go here in a minute. The one thing I wanted to see was jersey numbers for freshmen, so we'll look at that. That's what I wanted to see was some of the freshman numbers. I don't like to fool with those. I like the computer to handle those. But I'm curious to see what some of these guys picked. And we can check that, then I'll let you go. We can check those again at the beginning of the next video whenever I post that. I'm hoping my first Dynasty video in 07 will be in a couple of days. We'll see how that goes. So let's just go to the next season. It's much easier to look at the roster version of it than it is at the depth chart. I'm curious to see. I'm not picky about the jersey numbers, but I'm anxious to see if like Wesley Brown picked a cool number. I mean, everybody's got a different opinion of what a cool number is, but like the receivers, I occasionally like to see one get like a weird number, a single digit. Normally they're stuck with the 80s, a number in the 80s, unless you run out of an 80 number, and then they'll go to something different. The weirdest number I've ever seen a wide receiver get was 22. It was a Syracuse Dynasty I done many years ago. I just remember that one receiver took number 22, which I thought was really cool. Okay, halfbacks. Wesley Brown, 24. I'm perfectly fine with that. That's pretty cool. Jenkins went with 28. And Brett Reed, the kid that probably will never play, got number 6. Okay, fullback, we didn't do anything there. Wide receiver, Stewart, 82. And Pitts, number 7. There you go. We got a true freshman get a single-digit number. Number 7. That's really cool. Okay, let's see. Tight end, nothing there. We didn't get anybody there. 74 and 57 for the guards. True center, freshman center, 68. Josh Stokes. Defensive end, we didn't get anybody there. You see who our 2 impact guys are. Defensive ends, I can't tell you the last time I had dual impact defensive ends. Defensive tackle, we got a... Oh, that's really cool. Look at this defensive tackle, number 41. Interesting. That's really cool. Oh, look at that. Defensive tackle, number 3. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's really neat. Good for him. Let's see. Linebackers. 54 for Doug Haynes. Again, he'll probably start. I think I'm going to start him over Moore just because I got to make use... I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I may redshirt him. Well, we may just redshirt him. That's fine. We're going to get 2 years out of him one way or the other. True freshman, 50 for Brian Botts and 55 for Brian Rivera. Middle linebacker, we picked up this kid right here, 53, A.J. Lewis. Look at that speed. That kid's going to be a stud. Corner, we picked up one guy. Number 9, James Harris. Good to see him get a single digit. Don't know if he'll ever play. He probably will in time unless I get better talent. Free safety, 27, David King. We didn't get any strong safety. And the punter, true freshman, Daryl McGinty, 34. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, I think that is it. Come on back in the next video. We're going to start our 07 Dynasty. Hopefully I'll have all that situated in terms of the team I'll pick and the offense. Make sure all that's squared away. And we'll get into the nitty-gritty of that. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.